The next stage in establishing the plant schedule is to associate a symbol with a name. So if I go gCADPlus and say set data to a plant, the prompt says select a symbol. Let's imagine that this symbol down here represents the umbrella tree. What I then do is say just select the record, the row that contains the umbrella tree, Schefflera. So I select it and I go OK. You only have to do one of those specimens, one of those symbols rather, do the association once. Now we have another tool which says we've set the data to the plant. We've got a tool to remove it if we need to, but we could show those symbols with names. In other words, those symbols in the drawing that we have in fact associated a name with. And you notice there is one symbol up there that does not yet have a name. We'll leave that for the moment. We'll unselect all. So we're now in a position, and this is the group from that horizontal line down here. This is the group of tools that I use to manipulate this list. We've just shown you symbols with names. We can view the list if we want. What we're now going to do is to use the automated facilities to draw a plant schedule. So we pick draw plant schedule. The prompt says, you have to look fairly carefully down the bottom here, would you like the plot to include red circle number? And I'll leave the default is yes to show you what happens. Input the first point and we draw the plant schedule. So it's just we mark a point top left and top bottom, and then the schedule is drawn. Now you'll see I might want to redo that to make the schedule a little larger. See how Jasmonoides doesn't fit quite nicely, such that if you need to do that, just run it again, draw the plant schedule, and we'll say, well, you'll notice there we had this column with the red dots in it. This time we'll say no and input our first point there, and we'll go quite a bit wider, and hopefully we fit Jasmonoides now in, and we don't get the column with the red dots in it. The red dots are there because some people like to copy those dots and stamp them onto one or more examples of that species in the design. So can you see that the automatic counting and plant scheduling is a really neat and nifty tool? You might wonder why this pink symbol here represents a bougainvillea, and there's 6 in the design. Don't forget, if I right click and zoom extends, I've left a duplicate of the design over there. So it's actually counting all of the examples of that bougainvillea across both designs.